before sentencing, having pled guilty pursuant to this plea agreement, or the plea agreement with PSI, the sentencing memorandum, all the letters that were attached to the sentencing memorandum, the email I got today from the witness here, the numerous witnesses who spoke today, someone inside, letters that were read. As mitigators, you did plead guilty, accept responsibility. You have shown remorse. It's true you have no criminal history. I think you have some weight to the other things that were mentioned in the memorandum and argued for on behalf of your lawyer. On behalf of the state, you also had several points that were well taken as aggravators. The tender years, a lot of times it is a little younger than that, but it will show the age of the victim, show nature and circumstances of the offense, violation of position of trust, and the fact that it was a repeated crime, show the victim impact is greater than necessary in terms of the crime charged. And I mean, I don't get into a whole lot of community, this community, that community. I'm a judge for Indiana law. If you live in Indiana, you gotta follow the Indiana law. Not what your older says you're supposed to do or not do, but you have to follow the law. There's consequences for your actions. And sir, candidly, based on my looking at the dates and numbers, and you were 25 to 27 years old, and you raped an 11 to 13-year-old apparently numerous times. Show your sentence to 9 years in prison, give you credit for the time that you have already served, show no contact with the center, show counts, the remaining counts are dismissed. Anything else, Mr. Ridenour?
No provision followed there, right? Just kind
Just text me consent.
No argument.
Thank you, everyone.
Steve.
You stay, I can use it and talk to them.
I would like to start by saying I made some very bad decisions and I regret my actions. I was immature and I wasn't aware at the time that my immature actions were. I would like to apologize for this. Liz, I'm sorry, and I'm sorry for everything that I caused you to go through. I pray that you can find you and live a long, successful life. I pray that you can forgive me. Thursday, we had a near-death experience with our second dog. Almost died. And she's at home with my wife's parents. But
Take the time, sir. You're fine. I'm getting Kleenex. Pardon me? Oh, okay. Over it is.
And then we realized how even more special my bandmate is, and I would like to be a part of their lives, raising them as godly children with a lot more precaution than what I had. Your Honor, I ask if there's any possible way that you would have mercy or show mercy, so I could help take care of them and to provide, since I have the responsibility I have since taken responsibility for my actions, matured in my faith. I sought counseling and counsel with elders, pastors, and people outside of our circles. I would like to make wise decisions and grow in my faith, serving Jesus and the community and taking care of my family. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. You don't have to, you just do it.
Just asking, taking into consideration whatever this for sentencing.
Resolution that you are here in person for sentencing, having pled guilty pursuant to the plea agreement. I have reviewed that plea agreement, PSI, stated comments of counsel, all the letters, all the statements made in court by the witness who spoke. As mitigated, you did plead guilty to this crime, you accept the responsibility, you have shown remorse. You have no criminal history. I would give some weight to the other things mentioned by your attorney as well as in his memo. As aggravators, obviously the nature and circumstances of the crime, violation of the position of trust, fact that it was a repetitive crime, and should the impact on the victim impact is greater than necessary. Again, what's kind of came to be a theme again, it's no surprise. I don't know what community said or elders said. I have no evidence on any of that, but it also doesn't affect what I do at all. What I do know is that someone pled guilty to a crime. I'm a judge in Indiana, under Indiana law. I have nothing to do with those people, what they say, what they do, what their rules, decisions, or opinions are. I have to follow Indiana laws. That's my job. I'm a judge in Indiana. I also know that there are consequences for your actions. If you have a different crime than what the previous gentleman had, sexual misconduct is a serious crime. It's not a mistake, it's a crime, and there are consequences for your actions. Pursuant to your plea agreement, there were limitations on the court. Should you were sentenced to 4 years executed, show credit for 1 day jail time credit, $0 fine, or cost assessed, show no contact orders, and anything else. Sure. Thank you, everyone.